Hello there everyone, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to yet another video, and it is transfer update time. Because the January transfer window is open, it is the 3rd, and the window opened 2 days ago, so City will be having to make plans and, try and improve the squad, because it is necessary if City are to stay in the Championship. So, all of the transfer updates and transfer rumours for City, I'll be going through them in this video. Obviously, the big news coming out of City is that according to Team Talk, Antoine Semenyo and Alex Scott are both on their way to Bournemouth for a combined £20 million. Now, obviously, this would be a huge blow for City. Obviously, already precariously placed in the league. Even with their influence, Antoine Semenyo scored on the weekend at Coventry to get us a point. This would be an absolutely humongous blow. Now, Bristol City Live, who are normally 99% of the time absolutely spot on with City stuff, have come out and said there is genuine interest in both players, but no talks have begun. And I do prefer Bristol City Live, to be honest. And what they've said is Antoine Semenyo is of interest to them, but they are also considering other options. Bournemouth want a striker to compete with Dom Solanke and Keith Moore up top, but there is genuine interest in Alex Scott, who is 18 and is bossing the league, and that would be a great asset to a Premier League side. In my opinion, for what it's worth, Semenyo, this would be a good move for him. I think City could do with cashing in on him. I think City are a bit more flexible in terms of Alex Scott. You've got more years on his contract. Semenyo's contract ends in a year's time, not this summer, but next summer. So probably the summer coming up, City would be looking to cash in if they don't cash in now. With Alex Scott, it's much more of a flexible situation, and City have got much more time on the contract, but they can't allow to be just naive about it like they were with Famara Jeju and a person I'm going to talk about later in the video as well. So City, if we're going to cash in, I think we cash in on Semenyo now. But if we're going to cash in on Alex Scott now, then that would be a bit of a mistake, because we're not safe in terms of league positions like we were probably last year. We were comfortable. We were not anywhere near the playoffs. We were not anywhere near the relegation zone. We're just in that mix of teams, just thereabouts. And this year, it's much more of a different situation. We need to make sure we keep hold of our best players at least until the end of the season. And if both of them leave for a combined £20 million, that'll be a great little boost for our transfer budget and probably reinvestment and whatnot. But two players who were so hugely crucial to City, that would be a huge loss and probably a massive disadvantage for us going into this in the second half of the season. The also problem selling it with January is you only got 1 month, and that's already gone down for 4 days as well. So the transfer window moves very quickly in January, and people will price you out, and not many free agents are available to reinvest within the squad as well. And are Premier League clubs going to want to loan down to the Championship? That's another question as well. So City, I think, will be making a huge mistake selling them now, and they could probably wait till the summer and sell the duo, or at least one of them. But if we're going to sell one of them, I'd rather it be Antoine Semenyo, because we could probably get more money now for Semenyo than we probably could in the summer, where clubs could have more time to just get a bit more time to have more options. But at the moment, Bournemouth are said to be interested in the duo, but I think that'll be a huge mistake if City do let them go. The other bit of news that could kind of relate to City, and it's generally just Championship news, really, is that Rudy Cadro was left out of the squad for Sheffield United against QPR. He was also an unused sub for their win over Coventry. Now, Rudy Cadro was of interest to City. Well, it wasn't really well documented, because Nigel Pearson had to come out after the game against Sheffield United earlier in the season and say we were in talks with Brighton and Albion to sign the German winger. That didn't quite materialise. He instead decided to complete a loan move to Bramall Lane after an impressive loan spell at Blackburn Rovers. Hasn't really got going at Sheffield United, and to struggle to get into that front three-ish and cope with Njai, McBurney, Sharp, and the competition at Blades, which is stiff competition, to be fair. If he does cut his loan spell short with Sheffield United and return to Brighton, I think he could be available for another loan spell. And whether City decide to reignite their interest in Khadra could be an interesting scenario if we do, and see what we can fathom of it. But that's just all talk, because no concrete rumours have been set around, one, his return to Brighton, and two, another loan spell. So Rida Khadra was left out of the squad, Sheffield United, and could be available for another loan spell in January. According to Bristol City Live, Nigel Pearson is very keen on signing a centre midfielder and also a centre attacking midfielder, which could potentially be a replacement for Alex Scott. Let's hope not. Dele Bashiru of Sheffield Wednesday was of interest in the summer, and City said to not be going in for the midfielder this winter. So we'll be looking at alternative options, and that could be loans from the Premier League, and I suspect might be as well. From a fan's perspective, I do think we need a centre-back, and when you're relying on Andy King to come in when your main centre-back is out, that's a bit of a problem. And I think a loan from the Premier League or an out-of-contract player like Michael Hector could work. Maybe even Sol Bamba for a short-term deal and just see what he can do and offer some squad depth, because at the moment we are lacking in that position. Maybe a loan from the Premier League, as I mentioned, Jean-Paul Van Hecke, I really liked at Blackburn, and hopefully if City are to, try and get a loan deal, I'd really like for us to go to for him, but that's just me wanting City to sign someone. It probably won't happen. But yeah, City, I do think we need a centre-back, centre midfielder and centre-attacking midfielder. Pearson is allegedly wanting come through the door as well. Now, the situation with Noah Masengo, this could literally be a whole other video, but to put it in short, he's out of contract at the end of this season. He hasn't played a game from Birmingham away and has been playing regularly for the under-23s. I don't know what's going to happen, and most likely he'll be leaving for free in the summer, which would be such a shame. I mean, he is probably our best midfielder on his day, and he is just really good. But I think it might be time to cash in January. I think it probably definitely is time to cash in January. Masengo, great player for us, and probably will get a better move in the future, but at this moment in time, it's time to cash in. If we can, a sensible club would just wait till the summer and get him for free, and probably get foreign club that is could get an agreement with him now and sign him in January. City will probably get compensation because of his age, but it'll be minuscule comparing to his actual value. So really disappointing situation with how it's turned out with Masengo. Similar situation with Jeju at the end of 2019-20 season, but it is what it is, and well, City are going to have to deal with it due to that just lack of competent decision making really over the past few years, and now it's resulted in probably one of my most saleable assets leaving for nothing, which is really bad. So yeah, that is all the transfer news for now. Thank you guys very much for watching this video. If you have enjoyed it, hit like. If you haven't already, subscribe to the HM Store QT Sheffield Bristol City content. I'll be back with the match preview for Swansea at home. Until then, keep safe, and I'll catch you all later. Cheers.